Hi everyone! So today we finally have the new unique equipments for the Grand Blue characters. Well, not really, just Vikra and Jita, and of course Alchemist Karin as well. They finally have their new unique equipment, and honestly they're a little bit underwhelming, if I'm being honest. Of course I will go over each of them, but they aren't really that special, besides, well, except for one of them, of course. In any case, let's start with Jita over here, since I'm guessing it's the one most people want to know about the most, maybe? Well, I wasn't really expecting too much, to be honest. I was already expecting it to not be that amazing, because she is already a very, very good character. She is borderline broken. But basically, it didn't really change anything, besides just increasing the values she already gives, I guess. So the base skill one was exactly this, but without the if Jita has Crest of All Creation, boost all skills by 1.2 times, I guess. So it was exactly the same numbers, by the way. They were exactly the same numbers. I think the damage over time was a little bit lower, but besides that, the magic attack down was the same, and the defense down was also the same, I think. But now, if she has Crest of All Creation, it's a buff she gets from her burst. She improves, I guess, the damage over time. She reduces even more magic attack and reduces even more defense. And it's not by a lot. It's by 1.2 times the amount. So, you know, it's not going to be that much of a difference. I even tested it out. It is a little bit, it's not like negligible damage. It is an improvement, a little bit of an improvement, but it's not really that high of an improvement. So yeah, in case you don't really have the jewels, not the jewels, well, the shards or the heart pieces to get this unique equipment, don't really rush it. It's not honestly that important. It doesn't really change anything, doesn't do anything different or special. It just increases the amount of damage she deals. Of course, this, I guess, a thing to note, it might help to survive some boss fights, because she does reduce even more magic attack. So that might actually help in case, I guess, the boss is dealing just enough damage to kill, and with this it doesn't deal enough damage to kill, you know, that kind of situations. But I don't think those situations even happen that often, to be honest. But in any case, she also does reduce a little bit more defense, I guess. It is quite nice. But yeah, it's just an increase in damage by a little bit. I'll show a screenshot on screen without the unique equipment and with the unique equipment, and I'll be doing the same thing for the other two characters as well. But in any case, let's move on to the next character. Now, Vikra is honestly the one that got the most out of this. Vikra wasn't really a good character. She was alright, but she just kinda was missing a few things. Those being just lower numbers. She just has lower numbers, that's it. But in any case, her first skill, without the unique equipment, it was basically this part over here, and it only had 50 instead of 60. And if she had the field active, she would also increase the TP by another 50, so she would recover 100, and she would also increase the TP fill rate by 8. So the TP fill rate is the same, but the recovered TP has increased by 10 for without the field, and by 20 with the field. But now, on top of that, on top of recovering more TP than before, she now also increases the amount of attack and critical damage she gives to everybody around her. So before, she only gave 6,000 and 5% critical damage with and without the field, but now with the field she gives 18,000 attack and 15% critical damage. This is like an incredible increase in damage for everybody on your team. It's so nice, actually. I'll show a screenshot on screen again, showing the before and after unique equipment, and you'll see it's actually quite a big amount of damage increase overall for your team. It's actually quite nice. If you are thinking about getting one of these unique equipments, do consider Vikra, because right now she is honestly very good. I'm not sure if she will replace any of the other dark supporters for physical teams. I don't think she will. Well, it kind of depends, of course. She does give some good amount of TP now with 120. It was already a good amount, which was 100 TP to everybody, but now with 120 is really, really nice. And of course, on top of that, the increased attack and critical damage. Like, holy, the 15% critical damage increase, it's kind of ridiculous. And 18,000, it's really, really nice. I feel like Vikara is getting a comeback, maybe. She might be replacing someone. I don't know who, but someone. Probably, honestly, to be honest, people will probably stop using Queria because she wasn't really that great. Yeah, she was just kind of whatever, to be honest. In any case, yeah, Vikara, very, very good. Do consider getting her unique equipment if you can. And lastly, let's talk about Alchemist Karin over here. Before her unique equipment, she was basically the same. she was basically the same. Before her unique equipment, we didn't have the decrease in attack speed, which isn't even that big and so unimportant, it's ridiculous. And the amount of physical, I think, if I remember correctly, the attack reduction and the defense reduction was just a little bit lower. They basically just increased the attack reduction and and defense reduction, not just the physical. And they added the attack speed decrease. It decreases by 10%. And this doesn't even affect bosses, by the way. So, it's basically a buff for PvP, I guess. No one really uses Karin for PvP. I mean, I guess it's nice. It's somewhat... It is kind of nice. You know, she does reduce the attack of everybody on the enemy team. Yeah, I guess... Okay, never mind. Karin might actually be quite nice for PvP, especially with this reduction in attack speed, because she does reduce a lot of attack on the enemy team and also reduces some defense, which is quite nice, and reduces their attack speed, so they will act way slower than you. Well, not way slower, but just a little bit slower, really. So, in case like you are like in some kind of race with the same characters, I don't know, you're stunned, they're stunned faster or something like that. It's really not that amazing for PvE, but PvP she is actually quite reasonable. I'll show a screenshot again for PvE. I didn't really test her for PvP because it's kind of pointless. It's really team dependent. Yeah. But for PvE, it basically doesn't change the amount of damage output your team can actually deal because the defense reduction isn't really that different. Oh, but yeah, that's basically it for the new unique equipments. They are overall alright. Vikara, of course, got an incredible buff, to be honest. But the other ones, kind of whatever, really. Karin for PvP, I guess, nice. But yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, that's it, really. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video.